This just in. Cold War Zombies is pretty freaking fun. So I decided I'd make a video that shows the results of pack-a-punching every single weapon in the game so far. As you can guess, this video took a very long time to make. So I would appreciate it if you scrolled down and hit the like button and left a comment down below. It would help me out a lot, and it's just something real quick, so why not do it? And if you haven't already, go ahead and scroll up and click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you always know when I'm posting new content. Enjoy the content. Starting out in the melee section, we will first take a look at a pack-a-punch's knife. And as you can see here, the pack-a-punch knife is very nice. Even over round 20, it is still a 1 melee kill, and on top of that, it is a very good source of obtaining cash very quickly. But just be careful not to use it like I use here, because you can be quickly overrun and will likely die. Moving on to the pistols, we have the 1911, the Magnum, and the Diameti, or something like that. Starting off with the 1911, when pack-a-punch, the 1911 turns into pain, and yes, it is very painful to use because it no longer shoots grenades like the OG one does. But with the max critical damage rating of over 1,000 in a 45 round mag, this gun is still sort of alright for zombies. It's alright, it's not the best. Now it's time for what you all have been waiting for, the Magnum. This pistol is quite literally my least favorite gun in the entire game. In this clip, it's not a coincidence that I'm spinning the box because I am really trying to get rid of it. It is terrible. Finally, we get to the Diameti, which in my opinion is the best pistol pack-a-punch. When pack-a-punch, the Diameti turns into the Dialati and the Diamore, and when you kind of time it right, you really never have to stop shooting. So it's pretty awesome. Moving on now to our two shotguns, the Hoyer 77 and the SA-12. The SA-12 turns into one of my favorite shotguns in the game, the Hangman. As you can see here, the Hangman will quickly take care of your zombie train with very high critical damage. All around, the Hangman is one of the best weapons to use in the game. The next shotgun is the Orion 777. Anyway, it does this. It's pretty good. Moving on now to our 5 SMGs of Black Ops Cold War. My favorite SMG, the MP5, turns into the Mystic Pony Express. Not really sure where that name comes from or what it's supposed to mean, but what I do know is that this gun is great at killing zombies. With a max possible critical hit of 258, a large mag of 70, and a very rapid fire, this gun will giddy up on through the zombies. Next up, we have the Herald of Woe with a 761 max critical hit damage and a 3-round burst. This gun is nothing more than alright. If this gun was automatic, it would have been a lot better, but it's not, so it's alright. When pack-a-punch, the Bullfrog turns into high anxiety, and zombies better have their Zoloft ready, because this 100 round mag and high fire rate would give me high anxiety too.
Dead man down.
Next up, the Milano 821 turns into the Succubus Stinger. Again, not sure what's going on with this name here. This gun's pretty fun to use, but once again, it's nothing too special. Next up, we have the AK-74 No FU. Not only is this name great, but the weapon's also pretty good itself. With the 60 round mag, fast reload time, and a 200 plus critical hit rate, there is not a lot to complain about with this weapon. It's pretty fun to use. Moving on to the ARs. There's 5 of them. The first AR is the XM4. XM4 turns into the Xenomatter 4000 with a 70 round mag and a 600 plus critical damage hit. This gun is a ton of fun to use. The FFAR becomes the Win-Ower, and yeah, basically it's just an AR that shoots pretty fast. I mean, there's nothing too special about it besides the fact that it shoots pretty darn fast. So yep, there you go. The OBZ-83 turns into this gun, which has a name that I won't even try to pronounce. This gun is pretty fun to use with a pretty decent critical hit damage and fast fire rate. The only downside of this weapon is that it runs out of ammo very, very fast. The AK-47 turns into Rasputin's Retribution, and honestly Rasputin has made me a believer because this is one of my favorite ARs in the game so far. With a 300 plus critical damage hit and a 60 round mag, this AK is not anything to mess with. When pack-a-punched, the Krig 6 becomes the Blitzkrieg 99. With 80 round mags and a 350 critical hit, this gun is very good in zombies, and it will take care of your trains to your liking. Moving on now to the 3 LMGs, the Stoner, RPG, and M60. When pack-a-punched, the M60 becomes a slow burn. With 185 rounds per clip, this gun will easily take care of large zombie trains. Once you start shooting, you don't have to take your finger off the trigger for a while. On top of that, 500 plus critical damage makes this gun a zombie's nightmare. The RPD becomes the ruinous pain distributor when pack-a-punched. With a 600 plus critical hit damage and a 126 round belt, makes this gun great for disposing of zombies. The Stoner 63 becomes Psychotropic Thunder when pack-a-punched. The 300 plus critical hit damage and a 112 round mag, this LMG will also get the job done. Now moving on to one of my favorite weapon types, the tactical rifle. The Type 63 becomes a Helvetica. It's a very reliable weapon with a critical hit of over 1000 damage. High damage, fast reload time, and relatively large mags are all advantages of this pack-punch weapon. The DMR-14 becomes the Demolisher K-14. Again, a very fast fire rate weapon with high damage. 45 round mags allow for continuous spray, and zombies don't really stand a chance. Next up we have the AUG, which becomes the AUG M3MT. This weapon is 3 round burst and alright, that's all I really have to say about it. Next up, the M16 becomes the Skull Splitter. This is another 3 round burst weapon and in my opinion slightly better than the AUG. With a 72 round mag and a 400 plus critical damage rating, this weapon is awesome. Finally, we have the worst zombies weapon class in the game, the Sniper Rifles. First off, we have the Peloton 703 Sniper Rifle. Once pack-a-punched, this sniper rifle crosses down below the border and becomes the Peleringo della Morte. However, this does not stop the gun from sucking. Next up, we have the M82, which is probably the most powerful sniper rifle. It also has a 14 round clip, but once again, this does not stop the sniper rifle from being a sniper rifle in zombies and doing next to nothing. The final sniper rifle is the LW3 Tundra, which becomes the Permafrost. You're probably not surprised that I'm about to tell you this weapon also sucks. Don't use it. Finally, for the last weapon class, the rocket launchers. The RPG becomes the CR-17D20. With 2 rockets per reload, this gun is a ton of fun to use and will quickly dwindle down zombie trains. Man down. What's better than 2 rockets per reload? You guessed it, 3. The Sigma 2 becomes the Omega 3 FA and is honestly one of the most fun guns to use in the game. Have fun watching zombie hordes desperately try to reach you as you sit there and laugh. Final rocket launcher in the game is sort of a secret one. The Thumper becomes the Matter Dismantler and also has 3 shots per reload. This gun is somewhat of a secret as it cannot be equipped from the start and can only be obtained from the Dancing Coffin Easter egg or the mystery box.
Hostile window open, strike team. Call it in if you need to bug out.
There you have it. Every weapon in Cold War Zombies that can be pack-a-punch so far. Be sure to like and subscribe. Do it.